Each year, we competitively select 2 of our graduating seniors, 1 from each department, to share their thoughts at this important moment of their lives. Our first speaker today is Melanie Wathugala, who is graduating in chemistry. Melanie grew up in Southern California and Louisiana. She will be receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in chemical biology with a minor in ethnic studies. She has also worked as an undergraduate researcher at the Energy Biosciences Institute with Professor Jamie Kate, and was a volunteer assistant at UCLA's Department of Physiological Science. Melanie also did research at the Rio Marine Aquarium, where she tested the effects of sunscreen on marine algae. Melanie is also the president of Phi Delta Epsilon, the international co-ed medical fraternity. She is a communications intern for the South Asian Public Health Association and has worked as a volunteer at Children's Hospital in Oakland and for Global Medical Brigades, which raises funds for mobile medical clinics in Honduras. In addition, Melanie is the founder and president of the Sri Lankan Students Association. She is active in Cow Habitat for Humanity and participates in building houses in the community, the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, the Leadership Scholarships Association program, Books Overseas, and Students Organized by America's Homeless. By the way, Melanie also has a black belt in Taekwondo and enjoys running half marathons. I assume it's only half marathons because that's all she has time for. For the next 6 months, Melanie will be working in healthcare in Sri Lanka through a fellowship program called Lanka. She has applied to medical school, and once she receives her medical degree, she plans to work as a physician in underserved areas in America. Please join me in welcoming Melanie Wathugala.
Graduating students. Welcome to the class of 2014 College of Chemistry Commencement. Even though Dean Clark covered some of this, I'm going to start by telling you a bit about myself. Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm graduating today with a degree in chemical biology and a minor in ethnic studies, and I'm hoping to go to medical school. A lot of other pre-meds ask me why I'm in the College of Chemistry, why I would put myself through those harder classes and take more math than I'll ever need in my entire life. Usually my answer starts with, well, I picked the college by accident. You see, back when I was filling out UC applications, which seems like forever ago, I was just randomly checking off majors when I hit these schools. I liked chemistry, wasn't sure how I felt about biology, and I thought chemical biology sounded good together. I came to CalSO, the freshman orientation, ready to learn about the 7 breadth requirements and a bazillion major options. Imagine my surprise when they told me I was part of a different college with very different requirements and that chemical biology is different than biochemistry. Long story short, older pre-meds told me I was making a pretty easy decision, that the classes would be too hard. Do you really like chemistry that much? Every semester, something made me stay. I'm pretty sure a lot of us shared that questioning about what we were doing and why. Maybe it was during a PChem problem set that lasted into the early hours of the morning, or when you couldn't count D electrons to save your life, or maybe Professor Francis or Sarkon's OPEM test just made you draw a blank. Those were moments that for me made me sigh and wonder, really? Why? Of course, there are some of us who just excelled at everything, but that wasn't me. So after all of that, what made me stay? Let's face it, I like the impressed looks I get when I tell people my major. But more seriously, I think we can all agree that there's a unique attitude in our college of working together. Maybe it's because we only have 3 majors, or maybe we're the coolest and nicest kids at Berkeley, but somehow we seem to bond against the problems that due the next day. Bixby South was where we first met people in our classes and suddenly had new study buddies for the entire semester. I think we were also extremely lucky in that we had professors that really knew what they were talking about and actually sort of liked students. Lastly, I think that our classes were geared towards making us better problem solvers. There's no simple memorization allowed. In fact, I've gone to a very bad at it now. I couldn't memorize this speech, and I can't tell you the parts of the Krebs cycle, but I can probably push the arrows since I know where electrons want to hang out. I think that these skills are going to serve us well in the future. We know what it's like to face an impossible problem and just keep going at it, using intuition and intelligence. Life isn't going to give us hints, and we are just going to have to keep solving problems and learning from our mistakes. I think that all the work we put in was life training. I think that we are ready to graduate and move into the real world. Well, honestly, a part of me wants to just stay at home, be fed by my parents, and watch Netflix forever. But even so, I think that all of you are actually ready to go out into the world. I look out at all of you, and I can tell that whether or not we came into the College of Chemistry on purpose or by accident, these years in the College of Chemistry have made a great impact. No matter how nervous we are right now, we've been well prepared for any challenges. Yes, we're going to be all right. But we didn't get this far by ourselves. We got support from our family and our friends inside and outside of the college. Maybe you joined a dance team, or a lab, or a fraternity, or a club, or it's the people you live with. I want you to take a moment and think about those who helped you through this journey, and thank them after this ceremony. Now, I'm going to be unoriginal and end with a quote by Haruki Murakami that I think describes our experience in the College of Chemistry pretty well. And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure, in fact, if the storm is really over. But one thing is certain. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person you walked in. We made it through the storm that is the College of Chemistry, and maybe even saw some rainbows along the way. Good luck.
Thank you, Melanie. Now I'd like to introduce Pritha Height. Pritha is receiving her Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering with a minor in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. She has held summer internships in Process Engineering at Lam Research Corporation and at Form Factor Incorporated. In addition, Pritha is an undergraduate researcher in the Plasma Physics Lab with Professor David Graves, and she is already co-author of an article published in a physics journal. Pritha was drawn to chemical engineering because of its combination of math and science, and in particular, semiconductor applications of chemical engineering. She currently serves as